everybody! Waterbox Live! Exciting day.
Yes, this has been leading up from it's our third week on our build for the peninsula where we converted it to a freshwater, and this is livestock day. So
Yes, everybody loved, we had a huge turnout last week, guys, when we aquascaped the tank, and I'm telling you, it came out beautifully.
Over 15,000 people have watched that.
Yes,
Wow.
15,000 people so far in less than a week. So we obviously struck a nerve. On
in a good way.
Freshwater aquascaping. It turned out great. So Fish Gallery was very great to us, and they came and they scaped the tank. Now they came back and they said it's time to add the fish.
Delivered some fish of basically like Fish Gallery has its own stocking way.
Yes.
That they do that is probably considered maybe not the norm or what is usually widely accepted by a lot of people.
Yep.
But it works, and it's been working for them for a long time, and it works on all their maintenance accounts. So we're kind of modeling after the Fish Gallery way, because they did pick out the fish, they did deliver them today.
Hundreds and hundreds of tanks utilizing this same exact stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So so let's start, Keenan, with the video so we can kind of show you guys what happened. And here they go. They pull up in the beautiful van.
Yep. So
Ready to roll.
Adam came, delivered the fish that were handpicked from a fish farm this morning for us and brought on over here. And these are actually raised in Florida. So they are accustomed to the water here, everything.
Yes. Yeah, it's the, so we got to let everybody know. So these fish are coming from the Florida fish farms where they're actually growing and breeding these fish in pools and ponds outside. Back
to the sustainability thing that we talk about on saltwater side, it's also a thing in freshwater where there are farmed fish versus wild caught.
Correct.
Farmed fish can be more healthy. So basically they all came bagged here. We float acclimated them and then put them into a tank. These guys were some itty bitty little bristlenose plecos. And these guys are gonna be probably like 5-6 inches long. They get a little bushy thing on their face. Gonna be good algae eaters, fish food, general cleaners of the tank. But they are like an inch and a half right now. So they are so tiny.
So what, I guess, let me ask, so people are going to ask, like, what are we going to be putting in these tanks? And that's
About to find out.
About to find out. Let's roll with it.
What's really cool about the freshwater is how many of these fish are actually cultured.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, all of these are, but the sheer amount of species.
Tiger barbs.
Get you some tiger barbs, everybody. Look at this.
So there are roughly about 20 of your regular tiger
Yes.
barbs going in here. And the fun thing with these, and you see them a lot in all of Fish Gallery's tanks that they do, is they school together. And it's quite striking when they do with their stripes and everything. They're considered kind of semi-aggressive so they can hold their own, but they prefer to be in a group, and I think that keeps them a lot happier as well. As you see them, they started to school together as soon as they went in.
Yes. So great, the stripes, everything. It's just a great lot of activity when you put these guys in your tank. And of course they're going to color up too. So, once they go in, they're kind of in shock a little bit. But once they settle out, man, the color really starts popping.
Yes, the fish are generally very, very faded when they're in a bag and they've traveled, and then they go into the tank, and usually within like 30 minutes to an hour, you see everything kind of come out with their full colors. But what comes next?
Well, what's the next one? Bam! Right there.
Albino tiger barbs.
Albino tiger barbs.
Really?
Yeah, these things are hot.
Wow.
Same as the tiger barbs, it's just albino version.
There actually are quite a few color varieties and types of tiger barbs. You've got albino, there's green, there's your regular ones, there's longfin. But the thing is that they're all going to hang out together because they're not a different species or anything. It's just the color variety that they've done. So those big old group of tiger barbs are going to actually swim together in school, and it's really cool looking.
Can anyone guess what's next? Well, I don't know. More fish. There you go. Look at this guy.
That's your favorite.
One of my favorites. So this is the blood parrot cichlid. Love this guy. I mean, he looks to me like a Muppet. I mean, he's got the cheeks.
He doesn't look. Yeah, he looks very
looks like
odd.
Stuck like an air hose in his mouth.
Yes.
Blew him up.
Yeah. He's so cool, man. Look at this guy. He's gonna get big too. I mean, these guys get really big.
But look at the fins, very nice flowy fins. He's got good color.
Beautiful color. And he is going to live perfect in harmony with the rest of these fish.
Look at his big old eyeballs.
Dude, that's awesome. I mean,
he looks awkwardly put together, but he's really cute.
Very
so
awkward,
yeah.
Kind of just piece together some weird things of a fish. But
yeah, I love him. He's just kind of like a softball, or like just a.
And it's a fish that you're going to commonly see in these kind of tanks. Is always a blood parrot, kind of one of those staple.
Yeah, it usually goes in all the Fish Gallery tanks. It's a very popular fish. So what's next? Drum roll.
It is.
Is Keenan ready?
Maybe.
There you go. Ah, some sharks.
Rainbow sharks.
Dun 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 dun.
These are pretty cool. They call them sharks. I mean, they kind of look like sharks, but they're pretty peaceful. And these ones are going to be like the dark black body and red fins. They also come in albino. God, there's like 4 different color varieties of them. I want to say, I forget the names of them, but these guys will kind of hang out with the tiger barbs, do their own thing, school together, and they will actually be really good cleaners of extra fish food and stuff too around the tank.
Yeah, and they're going to also, once they settle out, they're going to get real black color with the red fins on it.
Yeah.
I think that's already happened. We just don't have the footage.
Yes.
Oh, look at that now.
Some blue crawfish, lobsters.
Listen, man, get you a blue crawfish. How cool is that?
So these are going to be great scavengers. Do be warned though, like small fish in a small tank, they can be somewhat predatory.
That's true.
So in a big tank like this, it's not as much of a concern with bigger fish that are active. But you know, if you put them in a small little 10-gallon with some other fish, you might dine on them. So just keep that in mind.
You need to go with some bigger fish.
Bigger fish, bigger tank.
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got. Ooh.
Albino cichlids.
Yes. Bright white. So once again, man, these things are very hardy. Man, look at that. Nice pop of white color in there.
Cool thing I like about these, a lot of people are like, oh, it's just a white fish, but their fins actually have a hue of blue. That kind of shimmer, and then like their eyes have a little bit of like a red kind of reflective to them. So they may be like a bright white, but they actually have hints of other color in them.
Wow.
Aww.
Dude,
Beautiful.
they're really, really nice. Look at those. Man, who does not want these fish, man? This is, everybody's like, oh, saltwater. Dude, the freshwater fish are just as colorful. Look at these beautiful
If you pick the right
colors.
combination, you can definitely find
oh my
a
goodness,
lot
look
of
at that.
color in
Look at
them.
that.
So I'm sure a lot of our viewers are wondering why we even did this, because we do typically do a lot of reef aquarium systems.
Right.
But what's great about showing it is because, I mean, it's showing that there's other decorative options with a water box.
That's
So I
right.
think
Yeah.
this is new to me.
Yeah. You can take that
I'm
filter
a saltwater guy.
Yeah.
I mean, there's freshwater guys in here
Yeah.
in the video with us, but a lot of us are saltwater guys. So.
That's true. So, you know, we're trying to show you that you can take a water box system, even though it says a reef or pro or peninsula, and you can use that filter system for freshwater.
And that you can have a ton of color in freshwater. And also the thing we're kind of showing with this is it's artificial plants, driftwood, rock, and some very hardy fish.
Yeah.
Easy to maintain, but you still get this beautiful display, lots of color, but it's not as hands-on.
Right,
and for a lot of people, that just fits as a better option for an aquarium.
For sure. We got some more video. Oh, there you go. Electric blue Acara.
Yeah, so this does them no justice for how they're coloring up, but they're very shimmery blue. They've got like the bright yellow orange on the top of their fin, real flowy. But they will really be like almost reflective blue on their sides.
Really, really nice. So, man, there's also some yellow labs in there.
Tina, I'd like to know how clear that glass is.
I was just gonna say, man, I was gonna bring it up too. Man, that tank is so clear.
It doesn't look like there's glass.
Because that Starfire glass on that water box, just, man, shining right through.
Yeah.
That's a Morai
That's
cyclone.
3/4 inch glass. Looks
I mean,
crystal clear.
crystal clear, guys. I mean, this tank is really, really nice. Yes. These are a peacock that they said will be coloring up.
Yeah, so peacocks are in the African cichlid family. They get larger. A lot of times you'll see them from like 6 to 10 inches long. But they're extremely colorful, but not until they get bigger.
Right.
So these guys, I mean, it'll probably be until they're like 3-4 inches till you start to see color coming through. And a lot of times the males will be more colorful. So kind of who develops as the male. So these are like a wait and see kind of fish, but if they have the males and nice colors, they really are just stunning. So, and as they settle in, they'll start to show more too. But they do need to get a bit bigger to show what they're gonna have for color.
Okay. But man, this tank is, there's so much life to this tank. I mean, it's really, it's crazy.
It's busy.
It's busy.
It's busy.
A lot going on in this tank.
We're gonna get to
that
show
it?
it and think we're gonna do a little.
All right, hey, let's go live to the tank.
Go.
Wow. Look at that, everybody. I think we should go out there.
Yeah, we gotta go check it out.
Let's go check this out.
What's great about this is a relatively short period of time. If you don't have a lot of patience, you want something beautiful in your home that looks great and is relatively easy to maintain. This is the perfect example of that, in my opinion.
Dude, this tank turned out incredible.
Yeah. So I will say, like, we should probably go over a few things as far as we did use bacteria to seed this. We're using some of those bio blocks in the sump to hold the bacteria. you know, just to help seed it. So you do want to, you know, take precautions when you're adding a lot of fish at one time. These fish are really, really hardy, but we did use bacteria and also those blocks to hold tons and tons of bacteria for this size tank. But as you can see, everyone's kind of floating. The lights are going down a little bit. I don't know if you are bringing those up.
I'm working on that right now, yeah.
But everyone's kind of peaceful and just getting used to, because they just came in a little bit ago, getting used to all the territories and finding their groups. But you'll see pretty much all the tiger barbs are hanging together. The rainbow sharks are kind of mixing into there. Cichlids kind of hang out. So they all have their groups and they all work well together. And it's just a really stunning visual.
It's interesting, Jim says that it's a really interesting mix of fish, and he would have never thought to put these together.
No.
Yeah, a lot of people say that. You know, they say, man, you know.
Opposite of what you're taught or think.
Yeah. It's a great mix. I mean, I said they're all semi-aggressive, right? I mean, so they all have that in common.
Yeah, you're not putting a tetra in here or something like that. They all can hold their own, and since they kind of are going in groups, you don't have one lone guy for most of these that would, you know, kind of be singled out or picked on either.
Yeah, so does anybody have any questions at all? I mean, comments, please let us know.
How's everyone like it? Especially the saltwater lovers. Like, what do you think about freshwater? Like, last week we had a lot of people saying that it looked really nice for freshwater, you know.
Our viewers are relatively quiet today. I think they're just enjoying this beautiful freshwater fish tank.
Should we have a quiet moment of zen while they watch?
It's very zen. This is your happy place right here. I mean, who would not want this in your home or office?
Very relaxing.
That's what I'm keeping.
Kevin took notice to the fish have actually colored up quite a bit. He said they look spectacular right now compared to the video.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, correct. So
it's been a few hours probably since we.
Yeah, and it's just really, they're coloring up.
They're finding their groups and kind of spots and stuff that they'll hang out. But those blue acara are absolutely stunning. Like, they are super bright blue. There's two of them over here.
So well with the other fish.
Yeah, because I mean they just are reflective and their fin colors coming out. So those guys are just beautiful.
Man, you heard that siren in the background, man. This tank is hot. Come on now, listen, man.
Barat's actually got a question about his Waterbox 230. He's asked it a couple of times. He's asking what the recommended flow rate is for that system. I don't have that offhand. You might be better off unless you have it offhand, Jess.
I mean, generally you're going to look at 5 to 8 times turnover.
Yeah, so 5 to 8 times the system volume is what you're going to want to look for there.
Yeah, so I mean, so we're trying to show everybody that you can convert your tank from saltwater to freshwater, or if you wanted to start with freshwater in a water box in one of our complete systems, it can perfectly sustain life beautifully.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's really, we're still using the Hydra lights. We're still using the same sump, the same pump.
We're showing an easy maintenance option for those that want to get into the hobby or want something beautiful in their house, but not with as much care as, say, a reef tank or saltwater tank or whatever. I also did defrost some food for these guys.
Yeah, throw some food in there.
So get these guys moving.
Well, she's feeding those. How many fish are in this aquarium?
Oh my goodness. Well, I would say
I think we guessed like 80?
80.
70 to 80, something like that?
I would say 80 to 90 fish
A lot
are
of
in.
fish, a lot of activity. I mean, that's the one thing you first notice when you look at this.
But it is also a 220-gallon aquarium as well. So, I mean, it is a large.
Yeah, 6 feet long, 2 feet wide, 2 feet high, sump system built into this thing. So it's a huge system.
So granted, these guys at the fish farm probably don't get like fancy frozen food.
Yeah,
so they're probably like, what are you feeding me? We do have pellets that we're going to alternate them with. But they'll get used to eating some of the frozen food as well. And they've had a long day.
Yeah, I mean, these guys, I said once again, they've been living in ponds, you know, at the breeding facility.
They eat dry food. They're fed kind of basic there, but.
So we're gonna have to train the fish to eat the foods that we want.
It'll take about one day.
Yeah, eventually.
And they'll be okay. But we are gonna kind of just mix it with pellets and alternate, just because they don't need frozen food all the time. But I think with fish that have like this much color and this many fish frozen is a good alternative to kind of mix in there.
So Jess, Jim has a question.
Yeah.
It says, what are you guys keeping the pH at? I've always kept cichlids at a higher pH than I would with the barbs or the rainbows. Wonder how you're handling mixing the two together.
I mean, we're in like the mid 7s. We're not being too precise with it because, I mean, Florida does have a natural great pH for cichlids. If you have a lower one, you can always buffer it up. And even these guys with like tiger barbs and rainbow sharks and stuff like that, they can handle a higher pH and a lower pH. So they're very versatile. You'll see this mix of fish is extremely hardy, and they can go through a wide range of like water conditions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, our customer service sits right here next to this tank, Rich, and I'm
They're
telling
lucky.
you,
I'm
wow,
jealous.
dude.
I
It's
really am. Like, I can look at this. I wish this was on the other side of my desk.
yeah, this is.
I feel like you guys are gonna take up camp and customer service for
Yeah,
a few
we're gonna
days.
start hanging out in the customer service department. This is.
Move them to the conference room for
Yeah.
You call, you can be like request to talk to you guys.
I mean, this thing had just really turned out
There you go.
just really awesome.
It's nice, and the maintenance is gonna be extremely low on this.
Mm-hmm.
Super colorful, and it's gonna be.
It's gonna be like what, once a month?
Yeah, good
water
size
change?
water change once a month. Clean the glass as usual. We're gonna keep the hydras at a pretty low percentage as far as the intensity, just because we don't need a lot of light. But it's still like, I love the ripple shimmer effect you're getting because
the
you have
shimmer.
LEDs, and just a really nice being able to choose the color spectrum that like pops the fish the best is advantage to using such good lights.
Yeah. So which, I don't know for all the people that are watching, which their favorite fish, that's in here, but I don't know. I mean, I keep going back to those tiger barbs.
Tiger barbs are great. I love that they school. I also like the rainbows. I think they're pretty neat.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. The tiger barbs might take the cake for me.
Just because they're the boldest thing in there, just by quantity, and like they spool together, so they like centralize your view.
Mm-hmm.
You figure all these cichlids that are in here are gonna get bigger than the tiger barbs, so eventually the tiger barbs won't be like the largest presence in here. And the blood cichlid and all the blood parrot's gonna get pretty big too.
Yeah, and I said once they start getting accustomed to that food, man, it's going to be like a feeding frenzy in there. When you drop food in there, it's just
They were all picking and eating decent. They got the hang of it.
Dude,
then-
look
Yeah.
at this tank. I just feel like you're full of inner joy.
oh, come on. We're going to talk about the inner joy, right? This tank
Finally
brings
figured out
out
what
my
it was.
inner joy. It does. I'm going to admit, I've got a weakness for this tank right here.
None of us knew that freshwater was gonna be like the key here. Like,
Dude, it's, I think it is. I think it's the white light. It's very easy on the
Natural.
eyes, right?
Yeah.
It's the wood, it's the rocks, the plant. I feel like I'm looking into a river stream of crystal clear.
And Dean, I don't know if it's this way for you too.
Yeah.
This is the kind of tank that I grew up on. This is what got me started.
Yes.
Into aquariums.
that's true. My first
Eventually-
tank was a freshwater.
Yeah, and it brings me back to where it all started, 30 years ago.
I had rainbow sharks. I had tiger barbs. I had blood parrots in my first tank.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah.
I've done full cichlid tanks.
And it brings you back a little bit because again, we do a lot of reef aquarium stuff, but we can't forget the Waterbox is also fantastic for freshwater, whether you're using our freshwater systems or our saltwater systems.
Yeah, and man, I mean, a lot of people just since last week have been, ordering these the larger tanks for freshwater because they're noticing what you can do.
And honestly, when you're going to stock something heavy like this, that filtration of having a whole sump system and filter stocks and more room for filter media and stuff, it actually, it's turning over the water more. I think it's going to keep it clear and cleaner. So having a sump system for a large freshwater is actually very beneficial.
Fish tank says it looks awesome. That's coming from a planted tank.
Oh,
Whoa.
come on now.
There's a YouTube channel for planted systems. So
That's
again,
impressive.
these can look really beautiful. You're not going to get that tinkering that you would have with like a planted tank. If you're really ingrained in that hobbyist kind of mentality.
It's a different look, but it fits the simplistic need of, just
Look at
having a
that.
beautiful fish tank. And
Look at that.
Golly, man, listen, we should just, you know what? I think here's what we're going to do tomorrow. We need to go put the camera on this shot and just leave it,
Live stream it.
Yeah.
Just let
Put
people
some
enjoy
music
it.
behind it.
Yeah.
Y'all can just enjoy it throughout your work day.
Yeah, I think that's what we need to do.
that'll
because
be a good plan.
especially in the holiday season, you just want, everybody's hustling and bustling, and,
We're going to spread inner joy, Dean.
I
through
think-
our
I think-
entire
yes.
viewer
Yes,
network.
we're gonna spread the inner joy, and it's gonna be.
Oh my God. Let us know if we're bringing you inner joy with this fish tank. We would love to hear
Comment inner joy
others.
if you're getting inner joy or so. If you're not, just say I'm not.
All right,
Yes.
hashtag inner joy. That is our
Hashtag-
tag of the day. All
Hashtag
right.
inner joy.
You know what brings me inner joy, Dean?
What's up?
The family reunion.
Oh, snap. Here we go. We got the family reunion. Let's get right on that. Listen, guys, it's getting better and better as we get closer to the event. We're signing up new speakers.
I didn't think that we could make it any better, to be honest.
Well, it's getting better. So, I mean, we have another speaker that just joined us today. I don't even think it's even up on the site yet.
It is live.
Is it live?
Well, it's not live on the site, but it is live on social media, so you can tell them.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's
So
not a secret.
Jeff Turner is now going to be speaking with us. You might know him from Reef Aquaria Design, Chemi Pure, Jellyfish Art, Deltec USA. He's very influential.
He's been in this hobby longer than most people I even know.
Yeah, so he is going to be speaking at the family reunion.
That's awesome.
So we also have Dr. Koch is joining us from Moat Laboratory. So they're going to be doing a whole thing on coral reproduction. That's a whole other segment we're adding. It's
The content is going to be unbelievable.
It's going to be really, really great. And I've noticed the hotel rooms are booking up. So please, if you're even remotely interested in going and reserving that room, do it before the room block goes out.
Yeah, and there's a couple things I wanted to note too.
Yeah.
We do have plenty of free weekend passes available. That gets you into the keynotes and entry into win the Waterbox and negotiated rates, so on and so forth. But we have less than 30 VIP passes left.
Whoa.
So what that means
Come
is
on now.
if you want to join us Friday and
Yeah.
Saturday night at the, we have a welcome reception Friday and Saturday a Margaritaville party on the beach.
Yeah.
It's going to be
Come on.
awesome.
Yep.
You got to get that pass. It's $99.
Okay. There's only 30
if
left.
you're going to be there, just spend the $99.
Listen,
Easy.
You got to
heard
join
it.
the party and the fun time
on.
as well.
You heard it right here. Only 30 left, so they will sell out probably before New Year's. So I would definitely get those tickets while you can. Also make great presents. So if you have an aquarium hobbyist that you know, great gift. Hey, guess what, man? I just bought you a pass to the family reunion.
But yeah, definitely check out the speaker lineup and stuff because there's going to be so much great education and insight and knowledge that's coming from these people that you don't usually get them all together in one area.
It's very
It's
rare. to have
very
these
rare.
people in one location.
We've kind of gone from the norm of who the speakers are that come to other
Yeah.
ones, and we've gotten a different group together. So you're not going to get that kind of group together any other
One of the
time.
questions that we get asked a lot is, and Keenan switches this just in time because this is a saltwater and freshwater show. We have Aqua Pros.
Yes.
Yeah,
He's
everyone
gonna
loves
be
him.
on
Yeah, Mike from
property
Aqua Pros.
speaking about the freshwater scene.
Yeah. So yeah, he is flying in all the way from the West Coast. So just to give a whole talk on freshwater tanks.
Wow.
So there's going to be something for everybody there. But man, I'm going back to the Inner Joy, man. This is this is.
Is anyone commenting Inner Joy? Anybody?
Nobody's commenting. But I'm telling you, it's probably because they're so at peace right now.
Oh
looking
my
at
God.
this, that they don't even have time to comment.
Yeah, they're in trance.
They're in trance.
right now.
It is. So, but we want to thank Fish Gallery for providing all the deco and the fish, dropping it all off. I mean, those guys were phenomenal to make
They've
this
made
tank.
this tank what it is. I
Man,
mean,
come on.
so they've really done a
Definitely
great
give
job.
them some support
Yeah.
if you're in Texas. If you're not in Texas, go to thefishgallery.com.
Yes.
And you can buy.
Yeah, they
most
have
of
the
things
deco.
you
Yeah.
see there online.
They have all the deco and everything that you see in our tank online that you can buy. So definitely go check that out. But man, here we go. Oh,
right.
God.
And we won't see you
I'm
next.
about to fall asleep here. I mean, this is, it's so peaceful.
Next
Wow.
Wednesday's Christmas, right?
I think so.
Okay. So we won't
We
be
won't
back.
be here.
We won't be back
here,
next
but
Wednesday.
The Wednesday after that.
Is
So
New Year's?
we'll
Yes,
find
no?
out how many of you got a water box under the
No,
Christmas
it's New
tree.
Year's, right?
I think we'll do it next year.
Yeah. We'll see you next year. I
We'll
think
see you in 2020. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Dude, we just enjoyed doing this freshwater build with you guys. I mean, finishing out the year, I think it's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in, you guys.
We'll see you soon. Thanks.